Guys, good morning, good morning. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Hurricane Milton. We're going to chat a little bit, 15 minutes on this morning. About 15 minutes, we're going to spend some time chatting about Hurricane Milton. We have Hurricane Beryl, we have Hurricane Helen. Now we have Hurricane Milton heading towards Florida. Hard, they said, hard. They said the speed increased over the night and it's heading straight to Florida. They call Florida the mass exodus. People have to move out of Florida, moving out, going exodus to where? Where can they hide? Where can they run to, people? Wait for some people to log in this morning. Welcome to Yardchat, guys. I'm live this morning, guys. I am live this morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome to the chat this morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Wait for some people to log in this morning. Guys, hear this now. Let's get into this because I don't have much time, guys. You guys could watch it later on. Hear this now. We're in hurricane season. Some people are saying that the government have equipment to make the weather act like this. It's not the first time I'm hearing this talking about the government with the weather situation. They cause the weather could rain and all these things. They've been messing with the weather for years, since years, guys. I don't know how long, but it's over 20 years, it's over 10 years. And I, and I think it might be over 50 years since they're doing this, guys. Nothing new. But what I want to talk about is this. Hurricane Milton is heading towards Florida, they said. They're calling it the Great Exodus out of Florida, mass exodus. People, they said the wind going up to, overnight, went up to 90 miles per hour, and it's growing and it's going to continue and it's going to go into Florida. Full head of speed. I don't know if it's going to go to Jamaica. But from what they're describing, people, they're saying this is the worst storm in history. We hear that story before. We hear all of that before. The worst storm, going to mash up Florida, going to mash up the West, the Caribbean, going to mash up everywhere. People, let me tell you something. I don't want to scare no one this morning, but hear this now, guys. If you really look at it, it's going back to biblical talking now. People, I'm telling people, we are living in the last days, guys. It's not to scare no one, to scare your loved one. But people, we are living in the last days. Everybody could see what's going on, but no one want to speak about it. We are living in the last days, guys. The last days. We are at the, what do you call it? We are at the, we cannot pass the button to no one no more. The button cannot be passed, people, because this is the generation that will see everything what the Most High said would play out. And now it's playing out, guys. Everything is playing out to the T. Even the doctors and scientists, they know something is going down, but no one could stop it. Because let me tell you, it's going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, where we're coming to the point where natural disasters are going to start happening in the world now, because men think that they're indestructible. Men think that they are God. Men think, lift themselves up and call themselves God. No. And do we know Florida, people, let me tell you something. Everybody want to go run to Florida. Florida is a state, people. It's a nice state, sunny state, nice state as they call it. When you look at Florida, why Florida always getting a lot of destruction, and Haiti, all in places? Why? People, do we ever think about it and think why these things happen in certain places? Let me tell you something, guys. According to scripture now and biblical, And thanks for everyone for joining this morning. Press the like button, guys. You know what I mean? We all know I come on every morning, sharing some morning thoughts. These morning thoughts is to open up our eyes, to open up our spiritual eyes to certain things, what's going on in the world. Things is playing out. And things are playing out where we're seeing everything in our front of our eyes now. Like day and night. Times is short. That's another sign. You lay down on your bed, you wake up. You're like, what? I went to bed, it went so quick. Boom. Time has sped up, guys. Guys, I don't want to scare no one, but do we remember a couple years ago when we had the tsunami? This was back in probably 2000. I don't know, it was a couple years back, the tsunami. And people, scientists could recall this and they know. Do we know a shock wave went around the earth 7 times? The shock wave. And ever since that happened years ago, guys, as they say, the action on the earth sped up. Time have shortened. That's another prophecy I have fulfilling. Every people overlook these things, but I don't, guys. This channel to bring information to people that want to hear information, to be ready, to equip. Because there's going to be a time coming, guys, that it doesn't matter if you have money. It doesn't matter if you're rich, you're wealthy. It doesn't matter. There's going to be a time where every man for themselves. Money can't help you because every person going to be in the same predicament as the next person. No one going to be separate from this, because what it is, you want to call it, but I would call it the judgment is on the earth. Do we think, people, hear what I'm saying, people. This is some morning thoughts. Do we think we can continue on the earth with our wickedness and destruction towards others and be mindfulness and make all type of rules and special laws for people and do all of these things? And do we think the Most High is pleased with our behavior? Do we think he's pleased with our behavior, guys? And this has nothing to do with church. I'm going to church and your spirituality. I have nothing to do with spirituality. All I'm saying is this. We could all come to understanding and argue about, oh, Kamala Harris black, or how color came into the world, how this black, white. But we all know that we came from one source of life. And that one source of life going to come back and ask you, what have you done with the time that you was on this earth? What you did with your time. So every person going to be held and held accountable for he or she action. And nobody want to talk about these things in government. We are so distracted that we don't want to hear the truth about the side of someone put us here. And don't you think the person that put us here is going to come back and say, what have you done with your time? So what we see now, we human beings cause so much destruction to the earth and to others that the Most High is not happy with our behavior, because our behavior is hateful and wicked towards each other. Because you have people who want to be in control of others. You have people who want to dictate to people. You have people that making special rules. You have people. It's just a mess on this earth, guys. A big mess. And we all could come to the conclusion, something is not right here. Something is not right. Something is not right. And the only thing that I could come to, I'm pumped on my head for the last 4 years, because 2020, this is when all of this started, guys. This is all of when all of this started, before the pandemic, guys. Because let me tell you a story. Before the pandemic came out, I got very sick, guys. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, oh, you might have the flu, but it never said it was COVID. Never. And I know people come on these channels, they don't want to talk about certain the COVID. Listen, guys, I don't believe YouTube, people that work in YouTube and work know that when you come on their channel, if you speak facts and history, they cannot copyright your channel, or people taking this, or people scared to say people getting this. Listen, we all know what happened on this earth, so we need to stop playing with ourselves. And YouTube, people working YouTube on all these sectors, they know that things happen where people are going to talk about these things. I'm speaking about my personal experience that I had. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, man, listen, you might have a flu, but nothing, you're okay. All right, guys. I was the first one in my household. First one in my household where my wife and kids, I had to go in another room. I isolate myself. Nobody was speaking of this virus was going around. Nobody was speaking about it. I said, wait a minute, but people hear this now. I work in the health field. I used to work in the health field. I said, listen, something is not right in my body. Something is not right. Something is not right. Do you know when you know yourself and you know yourself? I said, something is not right. And I told my wife, I said, listen, I know about my body. If my body do not recuperate in 3 days to get rid of this germs or virus or whatever it is, because everybody know that virus take its course and it run its course and it go. Meantime, they didn't have no type of information. Oh, you can't take Tylenol, this and that, this and that. A whole bunch of propaganda was going down. And I said to myself, all right, 3 days, people. All I know that my wife gave me hot, because my wife is Japanese, people. She gave me hot soup to drink. Everything was hot. Everything was hot. Hot soup, hot noodle, hot. The second day, me say, okay, I'm feeling better. The third day, I got up. I said, what was that, man? But hear this now. Hear this. I know, and I know that is the year 2020. Something dramatic happened in this country to go into the present time now in the year 2024. I believe, I don't know if YouTube going to put a copy strike on this, what comment on me, but it's not, it's educational purpose and reason. I believe that this was a design plan for something to move into play where we got blindsided, we got misled or distracted, and we all fall for the okie doke. Do we know during the coming up to present time, during the P. Diddy situation, do we know all the companies that control the world that you see, Google and all these companies, all the big time CEO, I look it up, people, I didn't take people's word for it, I look it up, I did the work. All the big time CEO retire or resign, step down from their post. Google, big time people in the corporation. People, I believe that is where, this is my personal belief, I believe in 2020 to 2024, this is where something dramatic happened to the United States and the world, where the government know what happened, but they denying it. And I believe there was a breach, it was a big breach in DNA samples. What do AI need? AI need DNA. AI need DNA to generate. And this is how these people gonna form their own generation, nation of AIs, people. Mark my word. The AI will take over on this planet. People say, oh yeah, Yardchat. Listen, that is where it starts from. Technology, people. Technology is where it started from. So the best way to control people is by what? DNA, manipulate DNA. DNA manipulation, people. That's the best way to do it. And the government, and not say the government, the entity that want to power, because the entity want to believe and tell people that he is God. He want to deceive the whole world. That is what the entity want to do, deceive the whole world. So all the entity do, they do all type of distraction with weather. I've been hearing that the government been playing with the weather for years, doing all type of things for years. But all I know is, guys, that we are going into a new age of where people A DNA sample, I believe something going to happen with DNA, because all of these big time CEOs step down because the world and the scientists go into that route, DNA sampling, go in the laboratory, create all type of things. People see that is where the world is going to, people. And all of this talking about Kamala Harris and Trump, they all support that agenda, guy. Anyone that they put in the White House will support that agenda. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them tell you all this type of nonsense. Talk about oh, your vote matters. Your vote do not matter, people. And it's about time for people to realize that your vote do not matter, because does it matter who's in presidency? Does it matter? Do we remember in the book of Exodus, the Tower of Babel, people? Do we remember that story? Do we remember, people? All of these things are historical facts. These places exist. These people trying to lie to you and tell you these places never exist. People, these places exist because they get information from the Bible. And the Most High told us, I'm not saying for you to believe the Bible, people, but I studied the Bible over the years and years. Let me tell you something, guys. We all know all books is written by men, but let me tell you something, guys. The truth is there. When you come up to as they say in the present time now, in Thessalonian, people, and I'm using biblical and history together because it's history. In the book of, I think, 2 Thessalonians, it said that this entity going to present himself that he is God. He's going to work miracles. He's going to call fire. He's going to do all of these things, guys. Because guess what? They do not want us to know the truth. Stick to what is real. Stick to what is real, guys. Stick to the truth. Do not bear and have itchy ears and go listen to other nonsense and propaganda where you know it's propaganda. We all know, guys. We all know from a science point of view, a biological point of view, from a common sense point of view, we know in the world there is two. There is a male and female. There is no other gender, or there's nothing else, guys. There is nothing else. Nobody can pretend to be nothing else. You could pretend to be, you could choose what you want to be. You want to have this pronoun, you want to have this, you want to have all of that, people. But we could all come to understanding, guys, where they're trying to tell us not to believe in the truth no more and believe in a lie. It's a big deception that is being sent out, guys, from the year 2020 to now. That's when it intensified. They're sending out a delusion, and whoever bait and click and follow the illusion, may the Most High help you, because what these people are doing, they are not doing anything of God. These people are doing wickedness in high places and behind closed doors. And this is what the outcome of the earth. And the Most High said a judgment is coming upon the earth. All you see is judgment, guys. Is judgment, because man love wickedness. Man love dark more than light. Guys, thank you for joining me this morning, guys. I've been on for 18 minutes. I always do for 15 minutes. Thank everyone. Guys, if you leave and you come in here, I have almost over 100 people and no one is pressing the like button. Guys, can you please press the like button so the video go up in the order rhythm? But I tell you, I keep it like this, guys. Even if you don't like it, guess what? The video going to go out there regardless. If you don't press the like button, you're going to see it, you're going to watch it. That's the most important thing, is not the likes. It's about someone watching it for whatever time they watch it and get information that whatever we're doing now, it's not going to help the situation better, guys, because I believe the year 2025 is going to get worse, and it's not going to get better, guys, because what we failing to understand, this country, America, is failing to acknowledge that there is a God, and they want people to believe that there is no God, and people want to believe what they want to believe. People want to do what they want to do because someone in the higher power is writing on a piece of paper and say, I give you permission to do it. Guys, the Most High already gave us permission what to do and what not to do. And once we change that, we believe in that God didn't give us life. Another force gave us life. Another entity gave us life. Guys, thank you for joining this morning, guys. I'm out. Talk to you guys later. I'll be on later, guys. On later. Until later, guys. All right.